Hey guys, and welcome back to Behind the Vine with Brendan, where today we're going to be talking about a wonderful warm weather summer cocktail. I'm a huge fan of rum. I'm a huge fan of Dark and Stormies, which is where this drink gets its inspiration. And just a quick history on the Dark and Stormy. It's a drink that was developed after World War I, and the original one was made with Gosling's dark rum, ginger beer, and lime. And the original ginger beer was Barritt's ginger beer, which is what we use here. And I love the drink. It's very similar to a Moscow Mule, if you're familiar with that as well, where a Moscow Mule, however, is made with vodka. But being on the beach here, I can't have a drink called the Dark and Stormy. That sounds too negative. So I wanted to come up with something similar, but we're calling this drink the Bright and Sunny. So here goes. Very easy drink. You can get all the ingredients here to make a whole batch of this at home if you like. So let's get started. We're going to start out with a glass filled with ice here. And as I said, it gets lime in it. I'm going to squeeze the lime in there first. The reason I do that is everything else you put in after this now takes on that lime flavor. It's already added into it. And we're going to use Mount Gay Rum here. So Mount Gay is a great rum. It's kind of an in-between if you like the spice rums or if you like the light rums, but this one is not a spice rum, but it is an aged rum. So it's not going to be as dark as something like Gosling's is going to be, which is where this drink gets inspiration. But nice, bright, beautiful color. And I add a little bit of a aperitif from Contratto. I use Contratto a lot. I'm a huge fan of Contratto. It's an Italian Amaro. Adds a little bit of a bitter quality to it, so it helps when you've got something sweet like rum and we're adding ginger beer and Sprite to it. But we're only going to add an ounce of this. And I'm not sure if I said with the rum we added 2 ounces. That just kind of brings up the color a little bit here. And again, we're calling this a bright and sunny, so we want it to look nice and bright and sunny, right? And I'm just going to give this a little bit of a mix here in the glass right away. And I'm going to add, up until about an inch from the top of the glass, the ginger beer. Now, Barritt's ginger beer is not as spicy as some, it's not as sweet as some. I feel it's a really good balance. I always try to find stuff that's not one end of the spectrum or not. I've talked about why I use Contratto here before in some of my other cocktail videos, but just as a quick refresher, Contratto, most people are familiar with Campari and a lot of people are familiar with Aperol. I find Aperol a little bit on the sweet side, and I find Campari a little bit too much on the bitter side. Not for me personally, but for the masses. And I find Contratto to be right in between. Not as sweet as Aperol, not as bitter as Campari. That's why I use it so much here, because it pleases everyone so well. And I feel the same way about the Barritt's ginger beer. Not too spicy, good amount of sweetness to it, but I am going to bring up the sweetness just a touch. Again, I think this just balances it out. We're only putting about an ounce of Sprite in there, if even that much, just enough to kind of bring up the sweetness, kind of dull some of the bitter and spicy components to it. And there you go, guys. Very simple, very easy drink. Again, we call this the Bright and Sunny. 2 ounces of Mount Gay Rum, 1 ounce of Contratto, about 2 ounces of Barritt's ginger beer, and just a little splash, maybe an ounce of Sprite, all on top of a lime and ice. Very easy, buildable drink. You can make this in a pitcher even if you wanted to by just quadrupling the ingredients, say. Very great summertime cocktail. I hope everybody gets a chance to try it. I hope you love it. It's going on the menu this week, so I hope everybody stops in and sees it. Cheers.